Hi there, welcome to the new Tableau Advanced Dashboard tutorial video. And in this video, we will going to create a dashboard like this. So this is a dashboard which have been voted a lot, or I would say voted most in the Makeover Monday challenge within the Tableau community. So if you are not aware about the Makeover Monday challenge, it is a weekly challenge for all the data visualization enthusiasts like you who wants to create innovative visualization but need some sort of inspiration or some sort of data to basically build the visualization. And this visualization was about the diesel versus petrol pump price, and you can find this visualization using this link or go to the public Tableau, public.tableau.com en-us/gallery, or you have a gallery link right over there. You can click here, and on the April 29th, this was the visualization which was voted a lot. And if you go down there, you have some information about diesel versus petrol, who is the author, and then finally where it was first published. So I just clicked on the link. Let me come here. After that, a small definition or description about this dashboard, that a decreased demand coupled with a price war between Saudi Arabia and Russia has led to significant drop in oil prices. What does this mean for gas prices? So according to BBC, and here is a link and probably the motivation of this challenge, that petrol prices in UK are near £1 per litre for the first time since 2016. And explore this Makeover Monday visualization. So that's what the visualization challenge, the weekly challenge I was telling you. So this is a weekly challenge which you get, and if you are interested, keep following the Tableau space where for this hashtag where the new weekly challenge is being given and these visualizations are being submitted on the Tableau public by the this author who has created this visualization, Rotaro, to see the petrol and diesel prices that have changed. Now there were like hundreds of visualization which were published for this particular challenge, diesel versus petrol price, but this particular visualization have been voted a lot, or the most voted visualization. That's why it got featured over here on the Tableau public. So we will see how we can create this visualization. This looks simple, and in comparison with other visualization, yes, it is relatively simple, but I will show you not only how you can create this visualization, but with one additional input, how you can even further improve this visualization. So keep watching this and I will show you how to create this step by step. All right, so here I am in the Tableau. So let me create or connect to the CSV file by going over here, text file, and over here we have the prices information for the diesel and petrol. What is the actual price? And from this data you can clearly see that this is a weekly price. So the first price was recorded on 9th of June, then 16th of June, then 23rd of June for each diesel and petrol. Alright, so let's create the first sheet, and over here what we need is first of all the KPI for petrol and diesel. So for example, if you go over here, you have two different KPIs, one for diesel and one for petrol. So to create that, what do we need is a simple drag and drop of the relevant metrics. But before that, if you have not noticed, what you have over here is basically the maximum price, the minimum price, and the average price, which is based on the pump price. So let's create these three calculated fields, which is very straightforward. So over here, what we are calling it is a max price, max of pump price. Okay, and then you have minimum price, minimum of pump price. Okay, or you can say min. Sorry about that, I just double clicked over there. I can say this minimum price, click OK, and then you have average price. So we'll call it average pump price and click OK. All right. So these three visualization that we need. So what do we want at the top is we need to have the diesel and petrol right over there, and we need to have these three visualization. So we have measure names over there. So if I just put it like this, and I will put the measure values over here on the text. So if you see, we have average price for each diesel and petrol. We have average price, max price, min price, and number, and finally the pump price. So we don't need the pump price and the number of records. And I will change this to entire view, right? So we have these details, and I will just put the diesel and petrol, and for this first sheet I will call it diesel. Click apply and click OK. All right. Now if you see, this sheet's been created for diesel. So what I can do is I can right click and say hide title, right click over here and say hide field label, and I will just hide this as well by saying show header. Okay, so what do we have is basically the average price, max price, and min price. But probably what I need to do one more thing is change this to diesel, D-I-E-S-E-L. So once we have changed it to diesel, what I can probably do is again get the title back over here and double click over here, select it and make it centralized. Probably make Tableau bold because I personally like this. This gives a good view. So now we have diesel, average price, max price, minimum price. Probably what we can do is we can align this to center like this, so that it is coming properly as it is put it over here as well. You will see in few minutes. And after that, if you see, you are getting these prices like max price, minimum price, average price below the visualization. So how to get these particular text below the visualization? So this is basically your value of the name of the measures, which is being put it over here by default. So the idea which I want to show you is how to bring them below to this particular number. So this require a very simple technique. Pick the measure name and drag it on the text. So now you see the information of each individual measure name is coming below to this particular value, and that's what it was shown over here in this dashboard as well. Okay, now it's a matter of formatting the values. So you need to come over here in text, click on this icon which has 3 dot points, and over here select the first measure and maybe change it to 12 and Tableau bold, and change this, keep this to 9 itself, but I will change it to Tableau bold and click apply and OK. So now you have the average price, max price, and min price. You can arrange it the way you want by dragging it up and down. For example, if I want max price first, then I can put it up there. After max, I need min price over here. So now I have first as a max price, min price, and average price. Finally, what I'll do is I will right click over here and click on show header. So this will remove that. So I have a sheet which is properly formatted now. What I can simply do is right click over here and click on duplicate and double click over here and keep it as petrol. So to change that, I will come over here in the filter, click on the edit filter, and here I will just say petrol, click apply and OK. Now this petrol prices are coming over here, right? One last thing which is needed as per the dashboard, and I will show you that you need to give a different color. Now here green color is being given. You can give whatever color you want, but the main idea is that, which probably is more catchy for as it has got more vote, is it is consistent with the line over here which is down there for the petrol. So it clearly indicates, you don't have to put a legend, but you can clearly see that diesel indicates black but petrol indicates green. All right, so how we can do that? Well, for that you double click over here first of all and come over here and give whatever color you want. Let's try and give maybe over here green itself. Apply this particular one, click OK. And to change these values you can come over here in text and come here. For both we want this one, click apply and OK. So now as you can see, it's very straightforward. Finally, what do we need is basically a trend chart. So what I'll do is I will create trend, and once I create this trend chart, I will show you one quick trick which is very useful for practical dashboards, which I saw that was missing, but if it would be there, it would have given me a lot of interactivity. So stay tuned, I will show you very quickly about that. So trend chart. Okay, so to do that, simply what we want is put date over here. Since it is a weekly data, as I showed you at the start, you can change it to continuous week number, so the exact week number. Now you can pick the pump price over here and we are putting the actual values. Now what you have is basically a simple trend. We need to bifurcate this trend for the diesel and petrol, and to do that it's very straightforward. You will come over here and bring the diesel petrol over here. Now you have one line for diesel which is blue and orange is for petrol. So what do I do to make it correct? Because diesel indicate black color and petrol indicate green. For that I will just come over here in color, click on edit color and double click on diesel and click over here to give it black color. Double click on petrol and select the green color like this. I believe that's the one. Click OK, apply and OK. Alright, so up until now we are almost 70 to 80% through, as you can see, where we have the KPIs, diesel, petrol, and now we have trend as well. But if I go back and show you couple of things, one is you have the data points over here. You have these data points which is looking like maximum data point, and then down there you have these data points. Along with that you have this average line for each diesel and petrol. So let's plot these over here. So I am back to my dashboard, and if I click on label, so what I can do is show mark label. Once I click on show mark label, as you can see, it's displayed for the all the points which can properly show you the data point as all is present. But what I want is min max. So if I click on min max, what do you see is basically the minimum and maximum data point. As well as if you see, you only have one data point which is for petrol, but for diesel it has not displayed anything. So for that, what do we need is a small trick. We need to create the diesel and petrol prices. So over here, if I come, click on the create calculated field and say DIESEL average if DIE diesel petrol equals to DIESEL diesel, then you have pump price and OK. So if there was an additional one, so now the calculation is valid. If I just copy this, so we have the diesel calculation, and I will create a calculated field for petrol. Okay, I accidentally enabled the caps lock. Petrol, and paste it over here and giving it a name or value petrol, so that it will calculate the petrol price. If I click OK, alright, if I uncheck this for now, and what I need to do is bring this diesel over here, bring the petrol over here, and now if I enable the marks, so over here right now again you have only the the petrol price is enabled but not the diesel. So a quick setting which you need to do is from the pane change it to line or pie. So now if you see 76.41 and 74.21 both for diesel and petrol. So for this minimum point and this maximum point you have the values. So what you can do is you can just select this and drag it little bit here. This way you will clearly see the 76 is basically the data point for diesel and 74 is the data point for petrol. And over here you have the minimum and maximum value. For 148 indicates diesel and 142 indicates petrol. What you can do is you can make it slightly select this and make it little bit adjusted so that it is clearly visible. I am just trying to make the adjustment and maybe put it over here, or if you think a right position is here then you can put it over there, but I leave it up to you how do you want to put this. But if you see we still don't have these two values over here. So for that what you can do is you can come to the end over here and right click, mark label and click on always show. Similarly for here, right click, mark label and click on always show. So for these two data points are also shown. So you have the minimum, you have the maximum and you have these particular data points at the end which you want to show it for your visualization as it is shown over here in this visualization as well. Now the one thing you will notice is our prices is like 100, 148 or 76 as an actual value, but here is 0.6. It's simply because the values are over here is divided by 100 when they created the calculated field. So but I have used it the actual value. Alright, so now what we need is basically the average line. So over here I will just put the average line over the pin, and over here I will just go and edit this. So it's diesel. I will just change it to the diesel average. I will make it custom. I will show the value and I will say average diesel. Okay, and click OK. So now the average diesel price is coming and you can clearly see that the value is whether above the diesel price or below the average diesel price. Now I will put another line over here, and for this line I will go into the edit and this time I will choose petrol. Again computation I will make it custom. I will say average petrol space, and over here I will choose the value. So value is basically this average value over here. Alright, so these are the two data points that you have. So average diesel is coming here but average petrol is there, so I will just right click and click on format, and in the alignment let me try to put it down there. As you can see now you have average diesel over there, average petrol over here, but one last thing is that petrol is indicated by the green color, so I will just select that. For this line I will give it a color, this one, and make it little bit bold. Similarly, or it is like little less shady because over here it should be 100%, so now it is properly displayed. Similarly over here I will make it 100% and make it little thick over here. So now it is clearly displayed. Same you can do it with the formatting of these numbers as per your needs. Alright, so now if you see, if I come over here, the dashboard is pretty much in a ready stage. The only thing we need to do is put it in the dashboard. So what I'll do is create a dashboard over here and give it a name, diesel versus petrol, and I will have, let's say, diesel first, then petrol I will drag it to the right, so we have diesel, petrol, and then I will put the trend down there. Okay, here I will just drop it. I don't need legend because it is clearly cancel. It is clearly not very useful. So if I just drag this up a little bit, so if you see this dashboard and this dashboard is pretty similar, but it has some shading over here which you can add it by going into the layout, which is also sometimes little difficult to find, but over here I'll just show you. I have selected the sheet over here. I'll come to the inner padding, and over here I will just increase. So all side equals is checked, so you need to make sure that it is checked so that from all the sides it will be properly. So I will make it like 7. So if you see, this is reduced as compared to this one. So this is a reduced one. This is still we need to do the change. So I'll just select this, focus it over here. When I change the value, you will see that the box is shrinking. And then what we can do is we have the background option over here. So if I just select the container, and over here in the background, if I select this shading, how much darker you want to go is up to you. Let's select this so that it is clearly displayed. So now if you see, this looks like a different box or a separate box within this entire shade, as you can see it over here. However, here it is little light and here we have made it dark. So it's our choice what we want to do. And finally I will just hide this title and remove this as hide indicator. So now most of our dashboard is there. As you can see, the only thing which is left is diesel versus petrol price. So one more thing is the diesel price and the petrol price is inside it. You can keep it inside, you can keep it outside based on the needs that you have, or what you can do is you can simply use the text object over here to put it wherever you want, or you can make the changes within the sheet itself. So earlier, if you remember, we have right click if I do and click on the show header. So this diesel is coming inside it. So if I come over here in the sheet, this is the diesel which has again come inside the sheet. So I can hide this and enable this. So I've shown you both the ways. So if you have the sheet title, it will come over here, which looks like a separate part of from this box, which I personally like. But if you want to keep it like the dashboard and keep it with inside this box, then you can enable the header, which I just do in this case. Also, alternatively, you can come over here and click on show header, which will enable this header and becomes the part of this box. All right, I will just click it uncheck. Now it will be removed from here as well. After that, I will just add the text box at the top and give it the text like this: diesel versus petrol price, UK 2003 to 2020. Diesel versus petrol price, UK 2003 to 2020. Whatever our duration is. The only thing which I need to do is format it little bit, make it little bit darker, bigger, which is 15 or maybe 18 is a good size, and make it bold. Over here from 9 to, let's change this to maybe 11 and give it little less dark like this one, and make it bold as well. Click OK. So now we have to shrink it up like this. All right, so now you have this dashboard which looks like all this is looking like one part and these metrics are looking like a separate part. And but if you follow this, here you have the different setting over here which I showed you, how you can keep the diesel inside this box and keep the shade outside. But you can make this particular box as white. If I just go ahead and select this, go to layout, in the shading I will keep it white. So this way you can keep the title different, and diesel petrol is a KPI, and over here. So we have almost there. You have one more box over here, which what you can do is add one more box from the dashboard and put it over here, which I'll leave it to you because it's a simple text, no other functionality is required, or you want to make some more changes. So as promised, I will show you one trick as well, which is pretty interesting trick. So what is happening right now over here is you have these two reference line as average or average diesel and average petrol. But if I want to come over here and select this, what it shows me is basically the diesel price. If I hover over here, diesel price for that particular week, right? But it doesn't show me the comparison over here. Or generally in more standard or more professional dashboard, what you have is basically for so many data points like this, once you come over here, you have selected, you have a proper line so that down there you don't have to do a lot of eye movement, and it will clearly show you where you are standing right now. So how we can create a line like this so that if we are clicking over here, it will draw a line to show us where we are standing on 2014 or anywhere between here. Also, it should show me the values for both these lines for comparative analysis. For example, if I come over here and the diesel price is, the petrol price is 130, then it should also show me the diesel price. I don't have to again come here and click and 137, and by the time I'm coming over here I am forgetting, okay, what was the price? So that's like back and forth what you may need to do if you don't have the functionality which I am about to tell you. Alright, so for that what I'll do is I will come over here and right click and click on duplicate, make it a trend 2, and I will remove these lines. So if I just go ahead and click on remove and remove over here, so what we are left with is these points, and over here we have the min max. That's what we are showing, but I want to show it highlighted. That means whenever I am coming over here and highlighting this point 86.2, so earlier if you remember it was not coming, but even right now the point is coming only on this line but not here, right? If I click it over here, 132 is coming over here. So half of the functionality is somewhere here where it is now showing you the data point at that point, and if you are keeping your cursor away, it is keeping that point highlighted. All right, so for that to achieve that comparative analysis, that wherever at what data point we are clicking, it should show its relative value on a second line. To do that, what you can do is come over here in worksheet and click on the actions, click add action, highlight, and over here give whatever name you want, and I will just select this dates and times. So what we want to highlight, the target highlighting is the date and time. So click OK, click OK, and now if I just click it over here, you will see that for both the lines 132 0.89 was the diesel price and 119. Now if you are doing this becomes much more engaging from my perspective, because you are giving the user flexibility that, hey user, go ahead and look at both the prices and then do the comparison based on the actual values which are present over there. So wherever you will going to click, you will see that both the values will be displayed as per your needs, whether it is start, whether it is end. Wherever you will going to click, it will start showing you both the values. Now finally, how will I going to make the line out of it? So to do that, what do I need to do is come over here in analytics, come here with the reference line and put it on the week, because we want the line in relation with where or in which week we are standing. So I will just put it over here. So week and minimum computation automatic looks okay to me, everything. And if I just select it, now you can see along with the data points you have the line as well. All right, so this way you can make your dashboard much more standard, much more professional as compared to only showing the data points. That you have both the data points, you have a line which is indicating at what point you are. Even if you are keeping your mouse away, you know that point is now static, which is probably a conversation starter, because this is something you may want to further analyze and show it to your users. So this way you can enhance your earlier trend chart, which was showing you the static line, to something which is dynamic and showing you both the data points wherever you are selecting one data point. So that's mainly I wanted to show you as a separate trick to make your chart more professional and more engaging for your end user and give them more information from the same visualization. So that's about it, and let me know how did you find this video, and if you want to know more about these type of video, keep watching my videos and subscribe and make sure that you are receiving the notification. But because every now and then I keep uploading the videos based on the time that I'm getting. And also you can request me if you have any visualization in your mind that you want to create or recreate, because this looks that looks engaging to you and you want to recreate that. In that scenario, you can drop me an email or put a comment, put in a comment that this is something which I want to create, and I may probably look at it based on the time that I have. So that's about it, and I'll meet you in the next video with some new dashboard.